State, His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Alhaji Sule. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Nassarawa State, Dr. Incoming Senator Emmanuel Akbadu Akabe, the Senator representing Nassarawa West Senatorial District, and APC governorship candidate of Nassarawa State, the audacious, distinguished Senator Ahmed Aliu Wadada. The Senator representing Nassarawa North Senatorial District, Senator Danladi Halilu Mbulu Anza. Member representing Nassarawa Toto Federal Constituency, Honorable Abdul Mumin Mohammed Ari. My Ekbon, the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Henry Dele Alake. The Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim. Your Excellency, the former Governor of Nassarawa State, former National Chairman of the APC, Turakin Kepi, Senator Abdullahi Adamu. Baba muna alfahari da kai, muna maka godiya. Kai cikakken dattijo ne. Muna alfahari da kai kuma muna maka godiya. Heads of federal government agencies and parastatals, I want to weaponize the Secretary to the Nassarawa State Government, Shuaibu Magaje Labaran, SAN, to recognize and appreciate members of the Nassarawa State Executive Council. The Chairman of Nassarawa Local Government, Honorable Mohammed Hassan Ahmed, I wish to weaponize you to recognize and appreciate all our local government chairmen. The Ambassador of Juling and Canmas, Mr. Yu Jongkyang, the Managing Director of Diamond New Energy, Mr. Yong Jing, heads of security establishments in Nassarawa State, we appreciate you too. We respect you and we adore you. His Royal Highness, the Emir of Kepi Yamusa, Dr. Shehu Chindo Yamusa III. Sarki bashi da aboki amma kai dai aboki na ne. The Emir of Nassarawa and all the royal fathers present here, members of the fourth estate of the Rim, honored guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Solid minerals are the enduring backbone of every economy because no technology rises without them. Every road and every factory began as ore in the ground, transformed by people who refuse to live it there. This is why the choice before us is stark. We'll either maximize our industrial advantage and turn our endowments into engines of prosperity, or we'll spend our years manufacturing excuses for our lack of innovation. The soil does not apologize for our failures, and it does not congratulate us for our potential. It waits for a people serious enough to redeem it. I join you today on behalf of my principal, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and with his goodwill for you. We gather to affirm a direction, to make a statement about the kind of economy Nigeria must become, the kind of future we must build, and the kind of partnerships we must encourage if our natural endowments are to translate into shared prosperity for our people. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, history teaches us that nations do not become great because nature has been generous to them. As rightly attested to by the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals, some of the richest countries in the world do not have natural endowments. He mentioned Japan, Singapore, South Korea, even China, as big as it is not as naturally endowed as some other countries. Across the world, countries blessed with minerals, oil, gas, fertile lands, and strategic locations remain trapped in poverty because they fail to convert resources into productive capacity, while nations with far fewer advantages are breathing to global prominence through discipline, enterprise, technology, skills, and industrial organization. Natural resources may be a blessing, but only vision can turn them into wealth. Only institutions can protect that wealth. Only industry can multiply it. And only people can give it meaning. Our national conversation has been dominated by what lies beneath our soil. We have spoken of our gold, our lithium, our tin, our iron ore, our bitumen, our coal, and our rare earth elements with justifiable pride. But pride does not build factories. Statistics does not create jobs, and mineral maps do not transform the lives of young Nigerians. What changes a nation is a deliberate movement from extraction to processing, from potential to production, from raw materials to value-added goods, and from isolated investments to integrated industrial ecosystems. That is why this occasion matters. The commissioning of diamond new energy projects here in Nassarawa State represents confidence in Nigeria, in Nassarawa State, and in the revolutionary reforms set in place by the present administration. It represents confidence that Nigeria is ready to participate in the global minerals economy on terms that create jobs, build skills, strengthen local enterprises, and expand our productive base. No nation has corrected deep economic distortions without courage, and no economy has moved from dependency to productivity without building lasting ground for investment, productivity, and growth, so that serious investors can plan for the long term. Local entrepreneurs can compete, young people can find work, and the wealth of the nation begins to serve the people of this nation. This is why the solid mineral sector occupies a strategic place in our economic agenda. The evolving technology is not only disrupting the world as we know it, but has restated the inevitability of solid minerals development. Lithium has become one of the defining minerals of the energy transition, central to battery technology, electric mobility, and renewable energy storage. The question for Nigeria is whether we aspire to remain on the margins. Our answer to this has been given with eloquent cadence by the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals Development, my dear brother, Dr. Henry Dele Alake. Beyond the energy, clarity and courage he has brought to this assignment. He has pushed the reforms needed to reposition the sector, restore investor confidence, and ensure that our mineral wealth is managed with seriousness and purpose. Since the creation of the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, we have never had it so good. He's a man of courage and conviction. Age sometimes is just a factor. His 70 years on Mother Earth is reflected in his output, in his courage, in his convictions, in his drive, and in his energy. Dr. Alake, the President is mightily proud of you. What we witness today is part of a larger national reawakening. Nigeria is a country of extraordinary promise, blessed with a young population, a vast market, abundant resources, and a proud place in the world. But promise is not enough. A nation must organize itself to fulfill its promise, turning potential into performance, building institutions that work, and preparing its young people for the industries of tomorrow. So this commissioning must be understood beyond ceremony. A factory is never just a building. It is where policy becomes employment, where investment becomes production, and where hope begins to acquire structure. Every factory that opens on Nigerian soil is an act of faith in our people, our institutions, and the possibilities of this republic. None of this would have been easy without the resolve and vision of my dear brother, His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Esule, to make Nassarawa a template for the promise of extractive industry development. Instead of waiting for opportunities to announce itself, he has pursued it. He has cultivated it. He has built an environment in which investors can engage with confidence. Minerals may be deposited by nature, but investment is drawn by leadership. And he has shown that leadership in the past 7 years of his stewardship in Nassarawa State. There can never be peace without development, and there can never be development without peace. Nassarawa State is a kaleidoscope of colors. Nassarawa State is not a monolithic Kano or a monolithic Ekiti. Nassarawa is a mini Nigeria. And because of his sense of leadership, because of his sense of inclusivity, it's not a thing of pride, but Nassarawa is an island of peace and development in an ocean of poverty and depravity. Ku mutanen Nassarawa ba za ku san waye AA Sule ba sai bayana. Shi dattijo ne kuma yana da dumbin hakuri. And he has a sense of fairness. Kowane shugaba a Nassarawa da suka yi fada da AA Sule mafi yawan su ne da laifi. He makes effort to build bridges. He makes efforts to pacify all interest groups. And in Ahmed Ali Wadada, you will get a replacement who has the same energy, even greater energy, who has the vibrancy. Amma ku sani mutane, za ku taka AA Sule ya daga fuska. Wannan da in kun taka shi shi ma zai taka ka. Ai gaskiya na faɗa. So, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us all rise and give a standing ovation to Engineer AA Sule. You can sit down, please. To the management of Diamond New Energy, I congratulate you. Your investment is timely, strategic, and important. Made at the very moment Nigeria is repositioning itself. We welcome your faith in the industrial direction of this nation and the jobs, the technology, and the industrial linkages you bring. Nigeria values partnerships built on mutual respect and long-term commitment. And we welcome Chinese investments that create jobs, transfer knowledge, and deepen local capacity. But this relationship must rest on modern commerce. It must be measured by the factories built, the technologies shared, and the Nigerian workers' friend. To our host communities, I appeal to you to remain progressive stakeholders in this journey, never bystanders. This is a moment to stand with lawful investors. For communities need development, investors need stability, and government needs growth. And these interests are harmonized only through trust and mutual respect. To the world watching Nassarawa State, I invite you to take part in this expanding market. While you weigh the evidence of our reforms, the scale of our market, and the resolve of this administration, never forget that the jobs created, the skills transferred, the community strengthened, and the new investments drawn by the example we set here today are a product of the convergence of ideas and a consequence of the reforms prioritized by the present administration. So on behalf of my boss, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I congratulate Diamond New Energy, the government and good people of Nassarawa State, the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals Development, our host communities, our royal fathers, our investors, and our workers. May this investment prosper. On this note, it is my utmost honor, once again, on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to commission the Diamond New Energy projects in Nassarawa State. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you. His Excellency will remain on the stage briefly.